Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to yet another video. And as you saw previously, got some new parts for this, I almost said the Subi, for the drift Stang. So as you guys realize or remember from whenever I brought it back, didn't have a headlight working. So I went ahead and shout out to the boys at American Muscle. Went ahead and ordered some parts through them. They sent me a magazine, so that was pretty cool. But I got me some brand new LED headlights. They're supposed to be like 6,000 lumens or something stupid. So gonna go ahead and throw those in today and kind of see what those look like. And to accommodate us for our rubbing issue that we had on the front after taking the rack limiters out in the previous video, went ahead and stopped by American Racing and got me some billet, I think they're Ebach, some billet Ebach hub-centric 25mm spacers. Hopefully that should give us the amount of clearance we need. And I gotta say, I think it'll stick the front tires out a little bit. I think it'll look pretty cool. With that being said, we're also gonna take care of this. So the previous owner, one of the previous owners, already installed camber caster plates on this car. And as you can see, the caster is pushed all the way forward. So it's got like almost zero self-steer. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna unbolt it and I'm gonna give it about this much more camber. I don't really know how much more it's going to be, but we're gonna give it more camber and we're gonna slide it all the way back to give it as much caster as we can. So that way, whenever we flick it in, the wheel will spin back exactly how we want it to. Hopefully we can catch it and hold some good angle with that, and the spacers should give us plenty of room. I'm still trying to figure out what tire combo I really want to run. At this point, I think I'm probably going to end up running the tires that I have in the rear here, which shout out to my coworker, he actually sold me these. I'm probably going to end up running the NT55s up front. And then it's basically just deciding what I want to do from there. If I want to run the Pilot Sports, the 245s in the rear, or if I want to just burn off these 255s, or sorry, these 275s. They do have a decent amount of tread life in them, but as you can see, unfortunately, one of them is going kind of low. I can't remember if this is the one that has the flat in it, or the hole in it, or if it was the driver's side. I think it's the driver's side that, yeah, the driver's side is the one that's actually holding air, which is surprising. So I figured since they're already going low, I might as well just burn them off at this point, because I am not ever going to be running a tire this size again on this car, just because it doesn't make sense to me. Where can I find them? There we go. Yeah, see, 275 40 17. So definitely going to get rid of these tires because I don't want to run 17s in the rear. I'd prefer to run 18s all the way around. So going to probably just fill these with 60 psi and burn them off. But first things first, let's go ahead and throw the, let's get the wheels off, let's get the spacers on, and see how they look. So I had a few choices of tire here. I'm sure you guys all know what kind of tire this is. This is a Nitto or NT555 GT. It is, where is it? These are super dirty. There we go. It's a 320 treadwear tire. And then these were the other set of tires that I originally had up front. They are a Dunlop tire, but these are a 240 traction or 240 treadwear tire, and they're a little bit smaller actually. I think these are a 245. Where is it? Yeah, so these are a 245 40 18, and then I went ahead and threw the Nittos on front, and these are a 255 50 17, but they still clear just fine. And as you can see over here, this is kind of the fitment we were having before. Pretty decent fender to tire. When it was on the ground, it looked a little better just because the suspension's sagging right now, but this is what we're looking at now. So sticks out quite a bit more, but I think with some camber on it, it'll tuck up nice and neat looking. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock this side out, and then I'm gonna try and figure out how to get the camber caster plates, how to get those guys set up. I'm sure I gotta disconnect something on the suspension, but I'm gonna get the other side done and then start working on the camber caster plates. All right, well, just like Subarus, went ahead and pulled out these 2 bolts on the actual strut. And as you can see, the stupid thing moves around like a little weeble wobble, so I'm gonna go ahead. So initially we had it all the way forward, right? Just like that, 0 caster. Now we have more caster. So I'll show you guys what it shows under here. So 0 caster, which you can see is almost straight up. Moved it back a little bit more. You can see how much more caster that actually gives us. Now, what we're gonna end up doing is actually taking these bolts out. I'm gonna give it more camber, which will be these holes here. And then you can see they give you maybe a half to a quarter inch more of caster. So I'm gonna give it even more caster, and that way, if I need to adjust it at the track, all I gotta do is loosen these bolts and adjust my caster. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out as well on both sides. Now that I have the camber caster plates adjusted, I'll show you guys where they're sitting at now. So previously, you noticed I had them here, here, and here, and it was all the way forward to give me as least amount of caster as possible, so I had like 0 self-steer. So now I should have all the self-steer in the world, and as you can see here, went ahead and moved it in, so that gave me probably another ½ degree to another degree. So I'm probably at another 1.5 degrees of camber right now, and I have all the caster in the world. So currently you can see the wheel's still off, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wheel on, and we can see how it differentiates from the passenger side. Now that I have the car lowered, we can do like a direct comparison of the fully adjusted driver side and the not adjusted at all passenger side. So right now you can see the tire is still essentially basically straight up. Not really much camber with the body at all. It's a pretty straight up tire. But coming over to the driver's side now, you can see I have a pretty considerable amount of camber, and it actually looks really good. I will say these 255/50s filled out this wheel well pretty freaking nicely. And it looks really good with the new brakes and everything. So I'm pretty excited to see how this feels with the adjustments. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this side so we can have a matching front end. And then we can move on to the next goodies that I got, which are some brand new headlights. Hopefully I can get them adjusted, put in, and everything will be fine. All right, and easy peasy. I have both sides fully adjusted with as much camber and as much caster as I can muster out of the OEM stock camber caster. No, they're not OEM or stock. It's one of the previous owners put them on here, but I've adjusted them with what I was able to adjust. We're gonna go ahead and throw this wheel back on, and then kind of see what we're working with, and then see where we're rubbing and whatnot. But I need to put the spacer on this side, which I have sitting over here. Just kind of slap that guy on there like that. And then that should get rid of our rubbing issue. I know when we're at full lock, it does rub on the inside up back there, but I'm not really worried about it. This car is probably going to have the fender liners torn out of it anyways, but in the meantime, it'll be fine. I will say, as a quick side note here, one of the coolest things about this whole project for me is being able to learn things that I might not have been able to see before. So yeah, I knew what camber was. Yeah, I know what caster is and everything, and how it reacts and what it affects in the actual car itself. But it's a different level of knowledge being able to do it on the actual car itself and see how it changes the car. So this will be interesting as to how the car is going to feel different now. I'm sorry, I'm tightening up the bolts on the spacer right now, but I just wanted to say that it's really cool for me to be able to learn and see the differences in what I'm doing. I mean, I can already tell a huge difference in the amount of caster that I have, because before looking at it, the strut was straight up essentially, and now seeing that it's shifted back like this, I can already tell it's going to be a huge difference in the car. And my Subaru After I took the rack limiters out on this car, I noticed an instant difference that this car turns essentially just as sharp as the Subaru does now. So I figured with the spacers, it'll push the wheel track out a little bit. Sorry, I have the hiccups. It'll push the wheel track out a little bit, like I think it's 25 mils an inch. So it'll push it out an inch, and then when I go to do the alignment on it, kind of see where we're sitting with everything. I'm probably gonna leave it at 0 for now, just to kind of, I don't really know alignment-wise what I'm gonna do. I'm still kind of tossing up ideas with my buddy, trying to figure out the best alignment specs that I should run. But as of right now, the main thing is throw a lot of caster at it and as much camber as I can and full send it. But I'm gonna wash this thing today because this is pretty gross. Under here, it still has cow shit all in it. So, yeah. But anyways, I got the spacer on. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down, put the wheel back on, get it on the ground. That way we can kind of see what it's gonna look like. You know, with cars, it's always something, man. So, in one of the last videos, well, actually, I don't think I even videotaped it. I had the lean code still coming back, and so went ahead and pulled out the driver's side injectors because it's only on the driver's side that it keeps coming back. Pulled out the driver's side injectors, pulled out the spark plugs, looked at them, put the injectors back in, and ended up nicking one of the O-rings. So, on the bright side, my new injectors come in tomorrow, so I don't really plan on driving it anywhere tonight. But I kind of wanted to drive it home to see how it felt. But regardless, the new injectors come in tomorrow, so I'll just have to wait till then, which sucks. But I want to try and drive this car as much as I can before Madness, just so I can get comfortable in it. And unfortunately, I did a stupid, so that sucks. It sucks that I nicked it because it would have been nice to have like maybe some spares. But you live and you learn, and you get over it. So we're gonna throw it back in for now, and just wait for tomorrow for the new ones to get in. But probably gonna throw it up on the alignment rack tomorrow night, just because I don't really want to stay here too late, and I have to wait for tomorrow anyways to burp the coolant with the new injectors, just because I don't feel safe spraying fuel out. I mean, you can see it's a pretty good gash. But we got one thing done tonight, and that was adjust everything, adjust everything and put the camber caster plates where I needed them, and put the new tires on the front. I'm still trying to decide what tires I want to run in the rear. As of right now, it has 275s. And I'm probably just gonna say screw it and bring the 245 Michelins that are 17 inches. But I don't know. Worst case scenario, I could always probably steal a set of tires from one of my buddies that's already there at Madness, but we'll see. It's not a super big deal, but we'll see what happens. So, moving on to headlights. As you can see, there is a missing piece of filament in there. So, don't need that fucking thing anymore. Come over to my box here, get my nice, brand new, shiny LEDs, baby. And yet again, shout out to American Racing for sending me these. Not a sponsor deal or anything. I ordered them. But they got here and pretty quick time, and it's super easy, dude. It's like a little connector that just plugs right in. You probably heard it, dude. Super easy to install. They just plug right in, and they're actually a dual filament or a dual LED in there. So I still have my high and low beams, and the orange coating is coming off of that one because this bulb is so old. I'm surprised it still works. But anyways, I'm going to throw the headlight in and see how it looks against the OEM old halogen. Well, as you can see, I have the new LED installed, and man, oh man, is it way brighter. It's kind of peeking out my camera, but you can see the difference in the old orange bulb and my brand new LED that I have installed. So Gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then when it gets darker out, I'll probably adjust them and go from there. But super easy. You got these 2 pins, which I already have taken out on this side. The headlight assembly just kind of slides out, and then there's usually a clip here, but this one's broke, and you just, boop, just like that, comes right off. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the headlights off. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this guy out, and we'll have a full finished headlight conversion to LEDs. I have lights now, guys. I drove all the way back from Arkansas, 4.5 hours with no headlights. Now I have headlights. So that's a plus. But, I'm probably gonna lower one of these doors and see if I can adjust them. But as of right now, I'm trying to see, because I moved that O-ring around a little bit to see if I could get it to where it maybe wouldn't spit fucking pure gasoline all over the motor. And it didn't work, so that sucks. As you can see, my injector has failed me. It's that one right there. Right in the middle of the camera. It's spewing fuel freaking everywhere, dude. So, good thing the new ones get here tomorrow. I'll fix it and go from there. But so far, the adjustments feel nice. You can see once we're outside now that the amount of front camber is definitely way more than I thought it was going to be. And it definitely rubs on the inside of the fender liner. Like right in there, you can kind of see it a little bit. Maybe if it'll focus right there in the center. You can see where it's rubbing right there. But I think once it's under load and the rear is kind of squatting more, I think it'll lift up. And honestly, I don't think it'll be too bad. But anyways, I think overall today was a good success. Overall, super productive day. I got the car ready to drift, and I think I'm just gonna run the 275s on Friday and have the 245 Dunlop tires. I'm gonna just have those as a backup, just maybe run a few laps on them because they do have decent tread on them. I'm gonna run probably a few laps on them, and they'll probably get me home, but whatever. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the video, I know there's not very much to do. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe because I will be posting more Mustang videos and everything soon. I just got to get more parts for it and all that fun stuff. But if you didn't enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you next time whenever I work on it, which will be tomorrow. Gonna get it on the alignment rack, do a coolant flush, and stuff like that. So I might actually mix these videos together. I don't know yet. But anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. What's up, guys? It is the next day. Got myself my new spark plugs, got myself my new injectors, and these are like legitimate Bosch injectors, so that's pretty cool. I figured I might as well just go name brand since I'm replacing them. They are still the stock 19-pound flow rate, so pray to God this fixes my issue, because if it doesn't, I don't know what else to do, and I'm all out of options at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on taking the fuel rail and the old injectors and spark plugs and everything out and get the new ones in. So let's get to it. Well guys, as you can see now, new plugs and new injectors are in. Coming over to the side here, this is where we might have had a little bit of an issue. And I have each injector kind of lined up with what cylinder it is. So this was the, we'll just do 1 through 4, obviously. But this is 1, doesn't look bad. That's 2, that's 3. What I'm looking at, I don't know if you guys will be even able to see it, is checking those holes. You can kind of see them. Yeah, see those 4 holes? That's what I'm checking at the bottom there, just to see if those are clogged up or not, and just kind of how dirty they are. But so this is 1, this was 2, 3, and then 4. It looks like we were having a little bit of an issue, like it wasn't getting fuel. So I'm really hoping I didn't torch a cylinder. But like I said, these are legitimate Bosch injectors, so they should do the trick. So I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta get the intake out, and then that should just come right off. And then I gotta figure out how to get the fuel rail off on this side, since I've never done it before. But it should be pretty straightforward like the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I just realized I have 2 bolts missing right there. Sick. That's not good. But anyways, I'm gonna get this side done too. I just ran a bunch of tests on it. Starting with misfires. You can feel the car going, yeah, you can feel it. Don't know if it's actually a misfire or not. It doesn't register a misfire though. So there's that. I revved it up a few times, about 4,000 RPM, and it actually seemed like the idle got a little better. So maybe it just needs to be driven with the new injectors and everything, and just driven. Considering I haven't really driven it much since I bought it. I drove it back from Arkansas, and that was kind of it, and it's kind of sat since. I mean, you guys have seen a little bit of stuff I've done, but I mean, I've driven it from here to the parking lot outside, so I don't know. Could be ignition coils, it's possible, but who knows. Seems like the spark plugs and the injectors definitely helped a little bit, because it smells more rich now, which is good. So I got the new headlights in, and probably gonna adjust those, and then probably gonna call it a night. I got everything done this week that I needed to get done on the car, so we're gonna get ready for madness and just get ready to send it. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and in the meantime, I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace, and stay spooling, my friends. I'm out.